Hi guys, my name is Ajay Chhabra and I want to talk to you about a very important topic which is of concern for thousands of engineering graduates, MBA graduates and equally important for students of other disciplines as well who have spent a number of years and a lot of money in getting their degrees, but at the final juncture they could not score the placement at their college or university. Now, this is a matter of grave concern in getting, as placement always motivates a student. It brings to him a positive attractor and success factor. The students who are not able to score the placement, they usually get depressed. If those students are from lower middle income background who have either taken bank loan or debt from family or relatives, so that on the family are under more moral pressure to get a job immediately after their degrees. So this content is more so important for all of them. So hi guys, if you are listening to me first time, please subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Spotify, as I keep on regularly putting my videos and podcast on a number of motivational topics which are of importance to my countrymen and students worldwide. Now, what inspired me to make this topic was my own story, as I was in Kurukshetra University and we were part of Masters of International Business program and the second batch from the university. In the first batch, no company came and nobody got any campus placement, and it was a moral pressure on all of us in the second batch to work something extra so that companies come to our campus for the placement interview. So I got selected in this program at all India rank third position, and at the time of counseling first two students did not come, so I was kind of number one in the university and in my batch. So I was always regular to the classes. I was sincere with all the teachers. Students used to do leg pulling with me, which was normal and fine for me. I came from a very humble family background, and we were four brothers and sisters, and my father was working in the Haryana Electricity Board at a very low salaried position, but we were all very much proud of our parents for the way they raised us and the way they inculcated the importance of education in all of us. The issue of getting ready for placement was discussed with our department director, Professor Huda, and as students, we made few decisions to differentiate our department and students. We also had MBA department in Kurukshetra University, which was there for long and had a long history of getting good companies for placement. So one decision in which we all took was to always wear formal blazer and look like well dressed management professionals. We did a professional photo shoot at the department and created a great placement brochure as well. We made a number of teams of students and sent them to a number of cities to meet the human resources department by walking into these companies and meet with the HR, and left our placement brochure there and requested them to come for campus placements. So with all the efforts, first company came known as Newgen Software. So we were all very bullish and excited at that time. To differentiate my own resume, I went to the university gate and made a detailed resume, got it printed on executive bond paper, got a plastic folder cover, and since I knew that this company is headquartered in New Delhi, so in my address I wrote my sister's address from New Delhi as my address. Although at that point of time my residence was in Rohtak, Haryana, which was never considered to be a city of polished people. Then I did research about the company and some news about them. I had good relations with MBA students also in the hostel. First, they had visited the MBA department and selected a couple of students, the same company. So, one night before our campus placement, I went to meet Mr. Sharma ji, MBA student and asked him that what sort of questions they were asking and what kind of questions were there in the aptitude test. He just gave me a one line clue that most of the questions in their aptitude test were around theory X and theory Y. So I went ahead and refreshed my concepts from leadership and management theories point of view, and that is the only thing which I prepared. I was very good in group communication, interpersonal skills, presentation skills, taking initiatives, respecting teachers, and it is not that you have to shine only on the day of placement. You have to create a sincere student image throughout your program so that teachers can vouch for you, and that is the biggest recommendation one can get at the time of placement interview. Normally we do not value this point. What is this is the most important one to consider, basically, according to me. So we all appeared for the aptitude test. After a few hours of wait, we came to know that I have been shortlisted along with some of my major competitors in the class. It was very tough competition that day. The irony of fate was that even some of our seniors who were in the dire need of this job, they also appeared for this placement round. Then came the interview round, and based on my personality, knowledge, communication skills, impressive CV, I was able to convince the HR head and the business head, Mr. Sanjay Kalra. Plus, also, I had the blessings of the teachers of my department, and I was a topper till that juncture in my Masters of International Business program. All of this factor added to my success, and when finally they released the name of the shortlisted students for placement, it was only me from our department. It led to a lot of popularity for me in my last semester in the university. For the next 6 months in the last semester, I made a lot of new friends, and even girls, boys from other departments used to come meet and congratulate me. You will be surprised to know that I got annual offer letter of 1,20,000 per annum in the year 1997. It amounted to INR 10,000 rupees every month as my first salary. At that time, salary of 10,000 rupees was a real big amount. But this was a heartbreak for a lot of deserving fellow students as well, as they have poured in a lot of efforts but could not achieve the campus placement. So in my case, the most important success factor was my own confidence, as I never compared myself, and I had did not had any inferiority complex against the students of top B schools or even anyone from Indian Institute of Management. In our placement consultation meetings, I was the only student who used to say that please give me my degree and I will go to Delhi and get my job tomorrow. Not everyone had that kind of confidence. So from MBA department picked up, that company picked up 2 to 3 students and only me from MIB department. Then there was your day in a life wherein I conducted a workshop of 50 top B school guys, brand managers, brand directors, mostly from top B schools, including Indian Institute of Management, at PepsiCo at their Gurgaon office for 8 hours on the topic of strategic importance of digital marketing way back in 2017. So point I'm trying to make that it does not matter which institute you come from, it only matters the kind of skills you have acquired when you are in the marketplace. But story doesn't end here. People who could not get campus placement, they struggled for initial few years but were able to get into good brands within 2 to 3 years by applying off campus interviews. In my case, within 2 years, I got a foreign job offer and appeared for my first UK work visa interview and went abroad for 1 year. Some of those off campus guys did not leave their first best company and are currently also doing very well in life. I was on different mission. I kept on learning and moving. My average stay was never more than 2.5 years, and on an average basis 1 year with any company. But in that spree, I was fortunate to join companies like Ogilvy, McCann, and then the global headquarters team of General Electric Company as the biggest achievement of my career. So, based on my overall experience of how to get a campus placement and what to do when you don't, these are top points to focus. I assure you that if you spend these 20-30 minutes of your time on this content today, you can master the art of cracking any interview for you and for any job placement interview. These are the following points every student, irrespective of their program, whether they are in engineering graduate or MBA pass outs. I am not restricting my advice to these two, but most of these points are applicable to law students, art students, design students, and even science students as well. In return, guys, I only need one support in terms of liking, sharing, and commenting on this content, and subscribing to my YouTube channel and following me on Spotify so that I am motivated enough to create similar content in future. I also want to tell you a honest truth that whosoever contacted me for any placement help or job recommendations, I never used to get proper sleep till the time I helped that student. I would have helped hundreds of students in getting their internship or their jobs with no hidden agenda of mine on. I always used to believe that God should make me that much powerful one day that in just one phone call I should be able to help any needy to get a job or get an interview arranged immediately. Till today, also, I have been doing the same thing selflessly. And if any one of you need any help or need to contact anyone from my 30,000 plus LinkedIn connections and followers, please feel free to do so and contact me. And whenever I get the message, I will be the first one to respond back immediately. These are the top pointers for you to become a placement rock star. As I indicated earlier, please read and regularly update yourself beyond your subjects. The quest for a good placement should start from the day of joining any program. Start reading the Economic Times newspaper and keep a track of the number of industry verticals and your target companies and what's happening in the country business scenario. So if you are the person from other field, try to read and subscribe to the blogs for your industry vertical and even set up Google alerts so that you can read the top news of your own industry every day. This is the most important aspect of knowledge and personality development for a student, which is even the most ignored as well. Nobody will give you this kind of advice, but since I know the importance of updating yourself, and that is why I am sharing this as my first point. So, if you are not updating yourself beyond your subjects, so please start doing that right now. Second point, create a positive perception about yourself in the eyes of all the teachers. Don't bunk classes. Don't ask someone for a proxy attendance. Always go to your teachers after the class and ask for live projects, case studies, internship recommendations. This shows your positive attitude towards work and your seriousness about your parents' investment in this program you are pursuing right now. Always interact with the visiting professors and guest faculties and ask intelligent and meaningful questions in that conversation. Always search for their profiles on LinkedIn and send connection requests later on. There is a shloka which says that the status of Guru is even bigger than that of God. It says something like this: Guru Gobind dohu khade, काके लागू पाए, बलिहारी गुरु आपनो जो गोविंद दियो बताए. सो अर्थ कबीर दास जी ने इस दोहे में गुरु की महिमा का वर्णन किया है. वे कहते हैं कि जीवन में कभी ऐसी परिस्थिति आ जावे कि जब गुरु और गोविंद ईश्वर एक साथ खड़े मिलें, तब पहले किसे प्रणाम करना चाहिए. गुरु ने ही गोविंद से हमारा परिचय कराया है, इसलिए गुरु का स्थान गोविंद से भी ऊंचा है. सो इफ यू आर नॉट रिस्पेक्टिंग योर टीचर्स इनफ, start doing that right now. The next point is that create ongoing resume while you are in the campus. Your resume should not be limited to one page, and that's the biggest mistake 40 to 50% students do, and they do not get shortlisted at the resume stage only. Your resume should be lengthy. Try to include all the assignments, all the internships, all extracurricular activities, all the online certifications, and all your achievements, be it in sports, studies, or extracurricular activities. Go to the best photo studio in your town and pay him some money to get a well dressed professional picture, which you should use on all your social profiles. Even the HR department nowadays does a bit of research in reading on the social profiles of the candidates. Make sure that your social profiles are clean and have meaningful conversation and topics. So if you have a lot of garbage on your social media profiles, please clean it up. Create profiles on Twitter, LinkedIn, Behance, GitHub, or other relevant platforms depending upon your course or area of specialization. Always keep on updating these profiles with your latest work and assignments which you are getting in your institution. Next point, keep an eye on companies and off campus placement opportunities. Be self dependent. Don't be only dependent upon the department and the placement team. There are a large number of good companies who are always on lookout of bright talent by the way of regularly conducting their pool interviews or technical tests or recruitment challenges or hackathon or placement drives. Towards the last semester of your program, beyond the Economic Times, which has a career section once in a week, start reading the Times of India as well. You can easily keep an eye on identifying right opportunities for freshers. Before joining any college or university, always get the number of alumni or talk to or post a new thread in the alumni community clarifying your doubts about the type and number of placement students have actually got before paying the fee for the program basically. Next point, make your seniors your mentor in the university or the college. This is a very good advice, and always try to be in the company of good people who have already built their image of being on the top of the senior batch and occasionally interact with them. Maybe by the means of understanding any concepts or clarifying about any class assignment. When they get placed, you should be the first one to congratulate them, have their contact numbers, connect with them on LinkedIn early, try to attend alumni meetings, or even propose to the department that they should regularly bring in the recently placed alumni for guest lectures. Explore social media for any such community and platforms about your college or university, and be an active participant in that online forum or community so that you can seek recommendations from anyone anytime. These are some of the relations which will last for the lifetime. So if you are not doing that, please start doing that right now. You may never know, your seniors might have right position in their own company and you get a call for job interviews. Now explore job sites, newspapers, and the new age technology HR applications and companies which specialize in conducting sector specific placement exam off campus basically, which helps you in getting off campus placement. The job sites to look at are naukri.com, indeed.co.in, monster.com, and LinkedIn Jobs. All leading newspapers have classified job section on weekends, so do not ignore them. These are tests like e-litmus, gate, a large number of PSU organizations and large global companies conduct their own entrance test for management trainees or leadership programs for B school students and BTech students as well. as management trainee or graduate engineer trainee. Keep this keyword in your Google alerts. There are mobile apps like Hirect. Plus, find out there might be many more such opportunities, applications, tests, and options in your own field of study. All you have to do is to just Google search and get close to these resources. Create your profiles, appear for these tests, increase your chances of success in getting more offer letters. Most of the times, the off campus opportunities offer better packages you may miss if you are only focused on your luck in the campus placements, basically. Next point, from the day one when you are in the campus, make a list of top 10 companies and have a industry focus in mind. This approach will help you in keeping track of these companies and developments. Plus, you will have a point of view on new development in that industry sector. This builds your overall awareness and you are mindful of what is happening in that industry. This makes you a lot more confident while you are interacting with the HR and the business team. Whenever you will appear for an interview, read industry specific magazines, try to solve business and industry case studies. Nowadays, there are a number of consultants offering case over coffee or have portals to submit your answers to the number of business cases. In case of engineering, there are a lot of hackathons which are organized by industry leading IT companies. Always be the first one to form an internal team and participate. Nowadays, even Government of India keeps on organizing a lot of such technical contests. Please refer to mygov.org website for any such opportunities. Next point, every summer vacation is an opportunity for internship in the company and industry of your choice. Don't waste your time. Even if you get unpaid internship, go ahead and do that. Work diligently. Always delight your supervisor. Get a good recommendation on company's letterhead. And beyond that, great recommendation on your LinkedIn profile can do magic for you. This will really help you in looking at the corporate world, refine etiquettes and behaviors which are liked in the corporate. These internship assignments help you to get closer to the real business world and helps you amplify your resume. These practical assignments will add to your skills and you will be much more confident when appearing for your campus placement interview or off campus interviews. By doing this, you can demonstrate to the recruiter that you have already got trained in a similar summer job, and companies will have to spend less time, training hours, and energy in bringing you to the productive level in the company. Next point, crack the interview code much before appearing. Beyond technical round or aptitude test, whatever the case may be, based on your program, be positive about the case study in question for the topic of group discussion, as this might be the next step for you to shine in the eyes of recruiters. I can tell you the top 10 hygiene questions when a HR manager is bound to ask you. Simply do Google search, and there are thousands of blogs and interview preparation sites which will give you these top 10 questions like, tell me something about yourself. Why do you want to join our company? Tell me about your strengths and weaknesses. What is your opinion about the government of India's policy on the fate of our industry? Tell me something about one of your best projects so far. What is your expectation of the salary? How soon you can join? Can you perform under pressure? Why should we hire you? And can you give an example of leadership skills in your past assignments or in your educational institution? How much difficult it is to form a group within your educational institute and appear for mock interviews and practice these questions. If you haven't done that, please start doing that right now. Next point, be ready for the placement weeks and month proactively. Meet your placement officer and get a list of companies which had come for placements last year and start reading and keeping a track of these companies. If you have your alumni in those companies, take their numbers from the department and schedule to talk to them and seek inputs and advice for the placement round. Get a clue on their aptitude test and technical rounds. Brush yourself with the management concepts and leadership theories. If you are a technical person, prepare well in advance for the technical questions which get asked for a particular technology, language, and prepare well. All you have to do is to simply Google the name of the company and type placement test questions and interview questions. You will get a large number of blogs and community conversations where you have all these resources already available online. Even if you don't talk to any seniors, do a bit of hard work at this stage, and this will help you so that uh, while you are facing the interview questions, you have a fair understanding of what the recruiters uh, may ask you. Emphasize on your personality development, soft skills, and communication skills in English. English language is the language of business. We all accept that. People who look polished, have pleasing personality, and have uh, good soft skills and communication skills and command over English language are bound to do well in the placement interviews. So if you are a tier 2 or tier 3 town student or student from village, please invest in the above programs beyond your studies. If you simply Google search wherever you are, you will get English language coaches. Join them. Read a vocabulary book. I also came from a very small town. The first book which I bought was Norman Lewis English Vocabulary Made Easy. This book really helped me grab thousands of important English words and I enriched myself. I even attended English speaking coach and his classes so that I could improve my spoken English. Now give your best shot at your interview, be it placement interview or off campus placement interview. Be well dressed in power dressing, carry a attractive resume folder, pray to the God of your choice. Always ensure to visit your place of worship on the day of interview. Arrive 10 minutes in advance at the venue. Never judge anyone or make any opinion about anything you notice. Be calm, cool, and confident. Be jovial, positive, and curious. Try to answer all the questions with a balanced approach whenever you are asked to decide on one side or the another one. If you are not sure about the answer of any question, you may politely decline to answer that question or pass that question. Your answer should reflect your honesty, integrity, and ethics. Always read the core values of the company and try to answer questions in such a way that you realize the recruiter that you know the values of their company and while your values match with that of the company. Show the hunger and need for the job. Even if you are millionaire or son or a daughter of a rich businessman or businesswoman, demonstrate that why you are the right fit for this job. Make a little bit exaggeration of the future. Carry few ideas about the revenue growth of the company even if this question is not asked. Share these ideas with the recruiter on how this company can embrace new and emerging technologies and grow their revenues exponentially. Even if it is not your responsibility at this juncture, but that proves your fitment and attitude. Give your best shot, smile, and come out of the interview room. Always respect that you will get the job. Be positive you will get it for sure. Talk to the universe around you and tell the universe that you need this job. Universe always reflects back on what you ask and you get that. Next point. So what to do if you are not lucky in the campus interview or job interview? Don't break your heart. You can always go for advanced studies in the similar program. Join hands with your friends or create a startup which is being supported by a lot of startup accelerators, investors, incubation centers, and Government of India's Startup India program. Take contractual freelance assignments and projects. If you get opportunity for teaching, please take it up as well, but keeping long term view on the goal of getting a great company for placement. If you have a family business, go ahead and join that. If you have a hobby or passion, pursue that little harder, as at this juncture you don't have too much family responsibilities or liabilities. If your passion becomes your profession, there is no success like that in the long run. Meet political influencers, corporate honchos from your friends and family connections, and don't be shy to ask for the job recommendation. To increase your chance of success, make multiple profiles for multiple roles and start pushing your CV aggressively to job portals. Sit in the morning, get up in the night, and make sure that you send 100 to 200 CVs every day. Go on internshala.com, then immediately join any internship based job, even at low salary. This will make you uh, self dependent and you will have time to strike for better options. If you don't wish, don't show these internships in your CV, but which is in contrast of my previous advice that your CV should be like a book and should have everything you have done so far. So depending upon the objective, change the strategy. Keep on throwing your CV all across. Try to call in companies and speak to HR executive and request to ask for their careers email ID and push your CV. See the classifieds and circle all walk-in opportunities. Even if you don't get the function of your choice or you are forced to work in the sales area, accept that. No work is bad. Work is worship. Keep on working without focusing too much on the results. If you are a performer, the company will be obliged to retain you, promote you, and give you the role of your choice. Jobs in BPO, KPO, insurance, banking, in the third party sector, pharma sales are always available in abundance. Join them. Keep on preparing yourself for the next big move. Go to the career sections of the companies of your choice. There is always a fresher hiring section and email IDs. Go and apply your CVs to all of these portals and their career sections basically. At least do that for top 20 big companies of your choice. The moment you get your choice, move on. And that's the same way companies do. They don't think twice before laying off or hiring someone on top of you from outside. So be emotional with your skill and performance, but not with your company. Although Japanese principle says that once you join a company, retire from that. Average time which you should give to your company is around 3 years and 3 appraisal cycles, then move on. If you have already become a critical resource for that company, they will try to retain you, else you can get the better appreciation and compensation outside. So the above will set a strong foundation for you, and I can assure you that you will be 100% confident about yourself and your success in a job interview, be it a campus placement or off campus placement. If you still have any questions or doubts, feel free to write in the comment section and I will individually respond to each and every question. You can always reach out to me on my WhatsApp number and I will ensure to answer. Best of luck. Be little more sincere. Success is just waiting for you. You can do that. Be confident that you have the desired skills. Have a bit of faith in God of your choice, and He will never disappoint you. God is with you, luck is with you, even Ajay Chhabra is with you. So thank you so much. Please like, share and comment on this content, and let me know if you became successful, or if you are able to remove any mental blocks you had so far. Let me know your success story.